you're all doing great. Ako po si Ms. Rock Mangubat.
And ako naman po si Eileen Manawis, and welcome to the first episode of
NEU Spotlight.
Spotlight.
Programang ito ay itatampok namin ang ilang mga kaganapan sa ating university ngayong first quarter ng 2021.
At mga special feature na inihanda ng Hudyat, ang official student publication ng ating university.
At ito ang mga itatampok namin sa pagkakataong ito. Para sa events on Spotlight, unang batch ng Certificate Program in Korean Language, nagsagawa ng culminating activity. Mga nagsipagtapos, nagpamalas ng Korean song performance.
Russian language for beginners and Russian language for businessmen and executives, nagsagawa rin ng culminating activity.
Webinar on Russia's policy on East Asia, inilunsad ng School of International Relations.
Center for the Culture and Arts, naglungsad ng official YouTube channel.
University Fair 2020-2021, pinangunahan ng Central Student Council.
Mga miyembro ng editorial board and regular members ng Hudyat, nagsagawa ng panunumpa. Hudyat website, muling inilunsad.
Para naman sa top-notch, College of Medicine, nakakuha ng 100% passing rate sa Physician Licensure Exam.
Para naman sa College Insight, Excellence and Discipline, marka ng College of Medicine.
Muling sulyap sa Lubang Island, ang itatampok sa off-campus. Para sa Panuorin NEU, Russian movie itinampok.
Unang batch ng Certificate Program in Korean Language, nagsagawa ng culminating activity. Mga nagsipagtapos, nagpamalas ng Korean song performance. Narito sa iba pang detalye si Megara Doroteo.
Annyeonghaseyo 여러분! Nagsipagtapos na ang pioneering batch ng Korean language program sa isinagawang culminating activity na naganap noong Pebrero 27 ng taong kasulukuyan, na kung saan ipinamalas ng mga estudyante ang kanilang progress sa pamamagitan ng pagkanta ng Hyeongdong ni Park Bo-rang. Pinapakita ang audio-video presentation ay pinasalamatan nila si Ms. Lauren Sarenas, ang kanilang teacher, sa pamamagitan ng ginawa nilang mga banner na nakasulat sa Hangul. Ipinamalas din ni Nika Margela Abadillo ang galing niya sa pagtugtog ng ukulele nang kantahin niya ang Spring Day ng BTS. Sunod sa patuloy na paghahanda ng NEU para sa global advancement at sa pag-promote ng iba't ibang lengguwahe at kultura, ay sinimulan na rin ang second batch ng program noong Pebrero 6. Sa panayong kay Ms. Lauren Sarenas, ipinahayag niya kung gaano naging mahirap ang pagtuturo ng lengguwahe dahil sa COVID-19. Bagamat nanibago siya sa new normal teaching, ay nakahanap siya ng mga pamamaraan para ma-overcome ito sa tulong ng makabagong teknolohiya.
Siguro naging resolution na lang namin was to utilize the internet. So meron ding asynchronous learning. So aside from their online classes, 2.5 hours every Saturday, meron din silang asynchronous learning sa isang online platform.
Certainly, the learning doesn't stop even with the pandemic. Ibinahagi rin niya kung gaano kaimportante ang pag-aaral ng isang lengguwahe dahil hindi lamang ito makakatulong sa pag-apply sa trabaho, kundi pati na rin sa pagta-travel sa iba't ibang bansa. Sa pahayag kay Brent Seradoy, isa sa mga graduates, friendly daw ang Korean language dahil hindi ito masyadong komplikado di tulad ng ibang mga lengguwahe. Sinabi rin niya na makatutulong ito sa mga nais magtrabaho sa Korea dahil sa topic o ang test of proficiency in Korean na makadadagdag sa background kapag naipasa. Pwede rin natin magamit ang language studies to understand ang ating mga paboritong singers and artists. Ibinahagi naman ni Don Fontanar, isa ring kabilang sa pioneering batch na mas magandang may apply ang language sa ating pang-araw-araw na mga gawain. Isa na nga rito ang panonood ng K-drama na walang subtitles, pag-understand ng meaning ng Korean songs at pagbabasa ng mga Hangul signages. Isa pa sa ibinahagi ni Ms. Lauren ang kahalagahan ng pag-aaral ng kultura ng bansa habang pinag-aaralan ang lengguwahe nito.
Even in my classes, I always tell them, yung language learning and culture are intertwined. They're not simply related, they're not simply associated by accident, but they're intertwined. Ibig sabihin, magkayakap sila, language and culture. So what I do in my classes, I ask them to give an overview of different topics. So it goes from from politics to Korean economy to health system to transportation system to disputed islands between Japan and Korea, and a lot of other Korean holidays, Korean festivals, because I want them to understand that understanding a language is always and will always be connected to learning a culture. Okay.
Ipinahayag naman ng graduates ang kanilang realizations habang pinag-aaralan ang Korean language. Ayon kay Brent Seradoy, nag-effort talaga siya at naglaan ng time to learn and catch up since Korean ang unang foreign language na pinag-aralan niya aside from English. Sinabi naman ni Don Fontanar na Korean din ang unang foreign language na kanyang pinag-aralan at despite na nahirapan sila sa pag-construct ng sentences at sa pag-intindi ng Korean ay ginabayan sila ni Miss Lauren. Nagbigay naman ng advice si Miss Lauren para sa mga gustong magsimulang mag-aral ng Korean language.
I think the key always is consistency. So yung iba iniisip, kailangan 5 hours a day ako mag-aral or kailangan 10 days a day ako, 10 hours a day ako mag-aral. But that's not true. So mas kailangan yung consistency. So what I do every day is I just study at least 10 minutes. 10 minutes a day. That's it. Di mo kailangan i-overwhelm yung sarili mo na kailangan sobrang pagsikapan ko, kailangan ganyan. But just wag mo lang kakalimutan every day magkaroon ng Korean time.
And that's it for this news. Ako po si Megara Dorotea para sa NEU Spotlight. Chukahamnida sa mga nagsipagtapos. Annyeong!
Russian language for beginners and Russian language for businessmen and executives nagsagawa rin ng culminating activity. Ito ang ihatid ni Paul Ladrillo.
Privyet! Matagumpay na isinagawa ang culminating activity para sa second batch ng Russian language for beginners and Russian language for businessmen and executives via online noong February 5, 2021.
Sayang ibinahagi ng mga mag-aaral ang kanilang motivation sa pag-aaral ng Russian language.
My intentions in enrolling the Russian class in your university is that so I can learn new languages, other languages like Russian, so that I can use it in finding a job.
Being amazed by Russia's different museums was one of the reasons why I intended to learn the language. I know that it'll be more convenient for me if I'll be able to speak their language by the time that I'll be visiting the country.
Mahirap siya, oo. Pero pag napag-aralan mo na, masaya siya. Hindi lang nakakalugod sa sarili kasi may mga bago kang lengguwaheng natututunan, bagong salita ang natututunan, mga bagong kakayahan na siyang magagamit mo sa hinaharap.
Noon pa mang nasa college ako, interesado pa ako na pag-aralan ang Russian language dahil the time, madalas kong napapanood sa telebisyon yung mga nagrarally sa Moscow, Russia. Dahil sila ay may mga streamer, hindi ko po maintindihan, hindi ko mababasa yung mga dala-dala nilang streamers, mga placards nila. Doon nagsimula ang aking interest na pagsikapan na maunawaan yung wikang Ruso, no? So dahil po sa nagtuturo ako ng intercultural relations. Bilang guro ay mahalaga sa akin na malaman primarily ang mga wika sa mundo, lalo na ang Ruso ay isa sa malaking wika. At sa pagtuturo nito, kailangan alam natin yung role ng language, no? Bilang tulay ng pakikipag-ugnayan, no? Ng pakikipag-ugnayan.
Pumalaw rin sa nasabing event sina School of International Relations Dean Dr. Carlos Tabunda Jr. at ang taga-subaybay ng NEU Russian Center, Brother Cornelio Guerrero, nakabilang sa mga kinatawan ng NEU sa signing ng Memorandum of Understanding nito sa Moscow Institute of International Relations. Binigyang diin ni Brother Guerrero ang kahalagahan ng pag-aaral ng kultura ng mga Ruso upang lalong ma-appreciate ang kanilang wika.
So if you want to appreciate more the beauty of the language, you have to learn and study more about the culture and history of the people using that language.
Idinagdag pa niya na ang pag-aaral ng wika at kultura ay nagbubukas ng maraming oportunidad sa bansang Russia.
You see, there are many opportunities waiting for you in learning the language and knowing the people. There are scholarships if you want to pursue your studies in Russia, or you can someday travel to that part of the world and explore the many beautiful and historical places.
Ibinahagi naman ni Professor Manolito Agustin, ang nagsilbing instructor ng Russian language, ang kanyang karanasan sa pagtuturo sa New Era University. Ayon sa kanya, isang unique na experience at karangalan ng pagtuturo sa NEU.
Isang malaking karangalan at pribilehiyo ang ako'y bigyan ng pagkakataon upang maibahagi ang aking karanasan, kaalaman at kasanayan sa larangan ng wika. Okay, ng wikang Ruso, okay, wika ng dayuhan, okay.
Dagdag pa niya, nawa ipagpatuloy ng mga nagsipagtapos ang pagpapayabong ng kaalaman sa wikang Ruso.
Tuloy-tuloy lamang sa pagpapayabong ng inyong kaalaman sa wikang Ruso. So kagaya ng nasabi ko nung meron pa tayong session last year, okay? Bawat araw, kailangan meron kayong isa o dalawang bagong lexical resource o bokabularyo. Okay? Kahit maliit na bagay man lang siya na maaaring makatulong sa inyo kapag dumating yung sitwasyon na pwede nyo siyang banggitin, maalaala nyo.
Ayon kay Brother Zal Di Petorio, Director ng Center for Languages, ang pagbubukas ng Russian language program sa New Era University ay bahagi ng commitment ng pamantasan sa Memorandum of Understanding nito sa Moscow Institute of International Relations na nilagdaan noong 2017. Ang kauna-unahang kasunduan na nilagdaan ng bansang Russia sa isang pribadong educational institution dito sa Pilipinas. Isinusulong ng NEU ang promotion ng Russian language and culture sa pamamagitan ng Center for Languages, Center for Russian Studies, at School of International Relations na matatagpuan sa School of Management Building. Hinimok niya ang mga mag-aaral na maging kabahagi ng layunin ng programa sa pagsulong ng mutual understanding sa pagitan ng mga bansa sa mundo.
Ako po si Paul Eranio Ladrillo para sa NEU Spotlight.
Webinar on Russia's Policy in East Asia. Inilungsad ng School of International Relations. Para sa iba pang mga detalye, narito si Janame Antonio.
Kaugnay ng pagpapaigting ng ugnayan sa pagitan ng New Era University at ng bansang Russia, sinagawa ng NEU School of International Relations ang isang webinar tungkol sa Russia's foreign policy in East Asia noong February 12, 2021. Ang tagapagsalita ng nasabing webinar ay si Dr. Nikolai Murashkin, isang mananaliksik mula sa Japan International Cooperation Agency o GATA Sadako Research Institute for Peace and Development at Sessional Lecturer Supervisor sa Queensland, Australia. Ipinakilala ni Dr. Murashkin ang pinagmulan, kasalukuyang katayuan at pokus ng ugnayan ng Russia at Pilipinas. Tinalakay niya rin ang geopolitical relations sa pagitan ng Russia at iba pang bansa sa Asia. Ayon kay Dr. Murashkin, ninanais ng Russia na palakasin ang ugnayan nito sa East Asia sa pamamagitan ng economic development and cooperation. Dagdag pa niya, binabalak din ng Russia na gawing pangunahing partner in terms of trade, economy, defense, and culture ang mga bansa sa East Asia.
And also it's important to have this inside-out perspective in our mind because there are important domestic drivers, economic drivers for Russia to pursue that sort of active foreign policy with Asia. That includes the development of Pacific Russian regions and also tapping into the Asia-Pacific's economic potential.
Tungkol naman sa ugnayan ng Russia at Pilipinas, sinabi niya,
I think the important thing is that Russia and the Philippines do not have any sort of disputes or strong kind of disagreements, and that's a huge basis for developing cooperation.
Bukod dito, binigyan din ni Dr. Murashkin ang ilang key facts ng Russia bilang permanent member ng UN Security Council kasama ang mga nabanggit na bansa. Pinaunlakan din ng resource speaker ang mga katanungan mula sa mga mag-aaral. Pinasalamatan naman ni Dr. Carlos C. Tabunda Jr., Dean ng School of International Relations, si Dr. Murashkin. Ayon kay Dr. Tabunda,
This activity, of course, we thank you, Dr. Nikolai Murashkin, who was more than willing to deliver what we consider as the inaugural lecture of the Russian Studies Center. We learned so much from you today, Dr. Murashkin, and we hope that you will continue to share with us your expertise, your insights on the Russian engagement with the Philippines and the rest of East Asia. We also wish to thank our NEU University Board of Trustees for supporting this activity. Maraming salamat po. To all of you who shared with us your time this afternoon, thank you very much, and we hope you will continue to support us and at the same time benefit from our continuing engagement with each other.
ako po si Jenna May Joy Antonio para sa NEU Spotlight.
Center for the Culture and Arts naglunsad ng official YouTube channel. Ito ang iati ni Joshua Noreen Valdez.
Tuloy ang paghahandog ng mga musical presentation ng iba't ibang musical group ng New Era University ngayong panahon ng pandemya sa pamamagitan ng paglulunsad ng YouTube channel ng Center of the Culture and Arts. Ang nasabing YouTube channel ay inilunsad noong February 23, 2021, kaalinsabay ng pagdiriwang ng National Arts Month, tinatawag na Tuesday Culture and Art Series. Sining at kulturang Pilipino ay pagyamanin. Ang nagsisilbing host ng programa ay si Miss Tiny Dream.
This YouTube channel is being used as an alternative platform for the performances of our music groups. Second, this serves as an educational YouTube site, especially for the students of our university. And third, this channel aims to promote culture and arts through performances of our students.
Itinampok sa YouTube channel ang pagtatanghal ng NEU Children's Choir, NEU Rondalia, at NEU Glee Club na kinapapalooban ng ilang original composition ng mga mag-aaral. Nilalayon din ng programa na ipagpatuloy ang pag-produce ng mga original compositions ng mga mag-aaral.
For the future plans of our YouTube channel, we will continue to produce original music that can be used for the activities of the school and also in promoting the university through the performances of our music groups.
Pinasalamatan din niya ang mga tumatangkilik sa YouTube channel at patuloy na inaanyayahan ang buong NEU community na tangkilikin ang nasabing proyekto. Ako si Joshua Noreen Valdez para sa NEU Spotlight.
University Fair 2020-2021, pinangunahan ng Central Student Council. For more information, let's hear it from Rin Flores.
Pinangunahan ng Central Student Council ang paglulunsad ng Virtual University Fair para sa academic year 2020 to 2021. Ang tema para sa academic year na ito ay Look Forward, Move Forward. Ang kick-off ceremony ay isinagawa noong February 22, 2021. Sa kanyang opening remarks, binigyan diin ni Dr. Nilo Rosas, University President, ang isa sa mga layunin ng aktibidad, ang makapaghubog ng future leaders.
Innovation and creation of ideas are catalysts of change and progress that will enable us to overcome these difficult days.
Ito ay nagbigay inspirasyon sa mga estudyante na nakakapanood ng programa sa YouTube Live na kung saan inilalahad nila ang kanilang suporta sa kanilang college department sa comment section. Matapos nito ay ipinakilala ang iba't ibang departamento ng bawat college ng paaralan na kung saan ay mayroong inihandang audiovisual presentation. Ipinakita sa mga presentation ng iba't ibang mga aktibidad na nagtatampok ng passion ng mga estudyanteng kaugnay ng kanilang napiling kurso. Sa first phase ng University Fair, itinampok ang mga aktibidad tulad ng sining galing na kung saan ipinamalas ng mga estudyante ang kanilang husay sa pagguhit. Sa larawan naman, ipinakita ng mga estudyante ang kanilang creative shots na ang tema ay patungkol sa pandemya. Kasunod nito ang Mental Olympics para sa Mind Sports at ang inaabangang introduction ng mga kalahok sa Mr. and Miss NEU na kung saan ipinakita ang mga kalahok sa pamamagitan ng kanilang creative shots. Sa ikalawang phase ng University Fair, tampok naman ang mga sumusunod na events. Liriko-musiko, isang songwriting competition na kung saan inilahad ang kanilang husay sa pagsulat ng mga awitin sa genre na kanilang nais, na umiikot sa temang pag-ibig. Hataw sayaw, kung saan ay ipinamalas ng mga mag-aaral ang kanilang husay sa pagsayaw. Music playlist, ito ay musical presentation para sa mga estudyante na may kinabibilangang banda. And last but not least, silakbo, isang spoken poetry na kung saan inilahad ang kanilang damdamin gamit ang pagsulat at pag-deliver ng madamdaming tula. Ang awarding ceremony para sa iba't ibang events ay gaganapin this early April, kaya keep posted sa mga announcements mula sa Central Student Council. Ako po si Rin Flores, nagbabalita para sa NEU Spotlight.
Mga miyembro ng editorial board at regular members ng Hudyat nagsagawa ng panunumpa. Hudyat website muling inilunsad. Narito si Casey Nazareno para sa iba pang mga detalye.
Nagsagawa ng panunumpa ang mga new members ng editorial board at regular members ng Hudyat bilang paggunita sa 40th anniversary ng New Era University official student publication. Ang panunumpa ay naganap noong February 1, 2021 through video conferencing. Pinangunahan ng Dean ng College of Communication na si Dr. Margel Andres ang nasabing okasyon. Ipinaabot niya ang kanyang pagbati sa mga nanumpang miyembro ng editorial board at regular members ng Hudyat. Ayon sa kanya, malaki ang naging pagbabago ng pahayagan mula noong ito'y itinatag sa pamantasan.
I started with the College of Arts and Sciences. So during that time, I have started witnessing the publication of Hudyat. And then from then on, if we are to take a look at what we have experienced before, just like what I've told you, there are a lot. So we are not only focusing on the print media, but definitely we are into all the necessary emerging media that we are encountering at the moment.
Dagdag pa niya, malaki rin ang naitulong ng pahayagan sa pagpapaunlad para sa kapakanan ng mga estudyante ng universidad. Ipinangako naman niya bilang Dean ng College of Communication na makikipagkaisa at tutulong sila sa buo nilang makakaya sa pagtataguyod ng pahayagan.
Rest assured that in behalf of the college, we will be in any way that we can be your partner in the noble objectives that each of us has set forth.
Si Paul Eranio Ladrillo na mahigit isang taon ng miyembro ng editorial board ang kasalukuyang editor-in-chief ng nasabing publication. Ayon sa kanya, ngayong mas marami na ang members ng Hudyat ay inaasahan ang mas lalong pag-unlad ng pahayagan at paglawak ng contents nito.
No, inaasahan natin sa Hudyat na mas madami na member natin, mas marami nang gagawa. At hindi lamang yon, dahil nga iba't iba ang talents at skills na binibigay ng bagong members, may possibility rin na mai-develop pa natin ang ating mga content. Magkaroon tayo ng mga various contents pa na kung saan ay mas naaayon sa panahon ngayon.
Noong nakaraang Disyembre taong 2020 ay inilunsad ang Hudyat YouTube channel at para sa taong ito ay muling binuksan ang Hudyat official website upang mas mapadali ang pag-access ng mga balita at impormasyon gamit ang iba't ibang multimedia platforms. Ang official website ay binubuo ng iba't ibang sections na nagpapakita ng mga kakayahan at talento ng mga mag-aaral. Mayroon itong events section, feature section, opinion section, literary section at art section kung saan makikita ang iba't ibang art and literary pieces na mula mismo sa mga estudyante ng New Era University at maging ang mga pangunahing events ng pamantasan. Ang Hudyat ang nagsisilbing primary source of information ng mga estudyante ng pamantasan at nakapagtamo na rin ng iba't ibang awards mula pa noon. Ang pagre-recruit ng new members at aspiring journalists ay makatutulong upang masigurado ang kinabukasan ng pahayagan at mapanatili ang mabisang paghahatid ng mga balita at impormasyon na ukol sa universidad.
Ipinangako naman ng mga bagong miyembro na buong puso nilang tutugunin at gagampanan ang mga tungkulin na kanilang sinumpaan. Mula po rito sa Cagayan City, ako po si Casey Nazareno, nagbabalita para sa NEU Spotlight.
Para naman sa top-notch, College of Medicine nakakuha ng 100% passing rate sa physician licensure exam. For more information, let's hear it from Urgent Esconia.
For 3 consecutive years ay nasungkit ng New Era University College of Medicine ang 100% passing rate sa physician licensure examination matapos maipagtagumpay ng 6 na bagong graduates ng College of Medicine ang nasabing licensure exam noong March 2021. Ang mga bagong physician mula sa pamantasan ay sina Dr. Ronald S. Adame, Dr. Arfaxad M. Cañada, Dr. Aaron Rajay B. Del Rosario, Dr. Chelza Marie S. Del Rosario, Dr. Adrian James G. Mendoza, and Dr. Nicole Tierra Mondragon. Inihandog ni Dr. Chelza Marie ang kanyang tagumpay sa kanyang mga mahal sa buhay at sa lahat ng mga sumuporta sa kanyang pag-aaral.
I offer my success to my parents, family, relatives, and friends who have continuously supported me throughout my journey to becoming a full-fledged physician, to New Era University College of Medicine for guiding and training me to become a doctor, and lastly to our Lord God for giving me this big opportunity para maging isang manggagamot.
A story of strong determination at kahalagahan ng support group ang ibinahagi ni Dr. Aaron. Nabanggit niya na diagnose siya ng bipolar 2 disorder at obsessive-compulsive disorder at sabi ng kanyang psychiatrist na mas lumala ito dahil sa medical school. Nagkaroon siya ng mga depressive episodes, hypomanic cycles at dahil dito ay hindi siya nakapag-focus sa pag-aaral. Kahit may 2 major subjects siya na natanggal dahil sa inequities at discrepancies at na-delay ng 1 taon, supportive pa rin ang kanyang ina. Nagbigay din ng advice ang former college secretary na nakapag-encourage sa kanya at nagbigay ng lakas na ipatuloy at tapusin ang medicine sa kabila ng lahat ng delays at mga pagsubok. Malaking papel din umano ang ginagampanan ng suporta na ipinamalas ng buong kolehiyo para sa kanilang tagumpay. Ayon kay Dr. Aaron, it is also a significant contributing factor that the whole College of Medicine faculty and staff were always there to support us, especially in passing the March 2021 PLE. At ngayong sila ay full-fledged doctors na, nakahanda silang ipaglingkod ng kanilang propesyon para sa kanilang kapwa.
Now that I am a full-fledged doctor, one way I think that I could help our country is by educating everyone about misconceptions on health, especially now that we are in a pandemic. I want to emphasize the importance of staying at home, the importance of following protocols when going out like social distancing, proper wearing of face mask and face shields, and the importance of getting vaccinated against COVID-19.
Inihayag naman ni Dr. Genesis Rivera ang kanyang kagalakan at pasasalamat na bagamat hindi naging madali sa kanila ng mga university administrators at mag-aaral bunsod ng pandemya, ay naipagtagumpay nila ang licensure exam.
Please recall that the last 2 batches took their medical boards during the height of the pandemic in September 2020 and March 2021, in which there was a surge in the cases of COVID in our midst. It was a challenge on their part, preparing for a board exam and at the same time having some health problems around you. This could be very, very challenging. And I'm very glad that they were able to surmount this difficulty and they came out very triumphant. And for this, really thank our God for helping them in being able to surmount all these difficulties.
Pinayuhan naman ni Dr. Rivera ang mga sumusunod na batch ng medical students na taglayin ng mga katangian na kanilang kailangan.
Well, of course, for the future batches of graduates who will take the board exams, it will be quite a challenge because of their predecessors who did very well in the previous medical board exams. But if they maintain their diligence and their hard work, I think there will be no problem. All of them will pass.
Ako po si Ergin Esconia para sa NEU Spotlight.
Para sa College Insight, Excellence and Discipline, marka ng College of Medicine. Narito si Chanel Jen Kasaysayan para sa iba pang mga detalye.
Hello everyone and welcome to College Insight, the corner of NEU Spotlight where we feature the various colleges in New Era University. I will now shine the spotlight on a college that trains and fosters future medical frontliners who specialize in the prevention, diagnosis, and treatment of diseases. This is the New Era University College of Medicine. In 2014, NEU established the College of Medicine, or CMD. This is just one of the colleges in NEU's Center for Medical and Allied Health Sciences, along with the colleges of Nursing, Medical Technology, Respiratory Therapy, Physical Therapy, and Midwifery. The first dean of CMD is Dr. Teresita T. Estebilio. During her time in the college, she laid down its foundation by molding a network to guide and assist the med students and board examinees. She also shaped the entire teaching force of the college. Dr. Genesis C. Rivera, the Executive Director of CMAS and the present Dean of CMD, worked hand in hand with Dr. Estebilio in starting the college. Because of CMD's strong foundation, competitive curriculum, and the leadership and guidance of the college administration, CMD has had impressive achievements. In 2019, the pioneering batch of CMD graduated. In September 2019, CMD's pioneering batch garnered a 100% passing rate for the Philippine Physician Licensure Examination, or PLE. The following year, in November 2020, the college's second batch of board takers achieved a 100% passing rate for the PLE as well. Just recently, in March 2021, CMD obtained a 100% passing rate yet again, continuing the college's perfect streak. In an interview with Hudyat, NEU student publication, Dr. Rivera emphasized that the college not only prioritizes the academic aspect for the students, but the humane side of the profession as well.
Regarding the College of Medicine, we see to it that our students and the graduates will stand out not only academically, of course we have to prepare them academically, but they have to show some qualities that are distinctive of New Era graduates. Namely, they must be very compassionate doctors. In fact, courtesy is very important. Their ability to communicate with patients and their ability to empathize with those in suffering, those having sicknesses. In fact, that's one of the reasons why I really insisted in including medical humanities in the first 3 years in the curriculum of medicine, that the idea there is to make humane and compassionate doctors out of our students.
In another interview prior to the recent licensure exam results, Dr. Rivera said that the 2 consecutive years of the graduates' 100% passing rate at the medical board exam only proves the high quality of medical education CMD is offering. Strict admission criteria, high-level instruction by dedicated faculty, and disciplined students contribute to the success of the college. This culture runs parallel with the vision and mission of NEU as a whole. And there we have it. Thank you for joining me as we appreciated New Era University's College of Medicine. This is Chanel Jem Kasaysayan for NEU Spotlight.
Para naman sa panoorin at NEU, isang Russian film ang ire-review ni Biyaya Cantor.
The Dandelion, or Odovanchik in its original language, is a Russian melodramatic film about the romance between a workaholic businessman and a simple girl with a passion for origami art. So, how did these two find each other? Under unusual circumstances, it all started when they got stuck in an elevator. Hey guys, this is me, Biyaya Cantor, or Yabi, and I will be talking about this Russian movie, The Dandelion. So in the beginning of the film, we see a young girl named Sonia with her mother celebrating New Year's Eve. Her mother nicknamed her as the Dandelion, therefore the title of the film. Sonia then explains that there is an existing curse in their family, where all of the girls grow up fatherless, and if they gave birth to a daughter, their husbands would abandon them. So little Sonia then decided that she would end this curse. A few years forward, we see a grown-up Sonia now working as a staff in an indoor children's playground. Meanwhile, we are being introduced to our guy, Rodion Adrenov. Rodion's family meets another rich family in town, the Seldovs. And together, they agreed to marry off their children to benefit both of their business interests. So here's where it gets tricky. Because a few days before Rodion and Lara's wedding, Rodion meets Sonia. So in that mall, Rodion and Sonia get in the same elevator and unexpectedly it broke down.
Hey!
Not long after, Rodion felt claustrophobic and Sonia tried all her best to calm him down. Although Rodion was pissed earlier at Sonia, the two of them warm up to each other, having small talk while waiting for the elevator to open. Moving on, Rodion and Lara's wedding came, and Sonia was invited to their wedding. Coincidentally, Lara was Sonia's former classmate and had her invited to entertain the children in their wedding reception. Even though Sonia met Rodion for a short time, she felt heartbroken. Personally speaking, The Dandelion has a light mood. How they pulled out each scene was quite good. After watching the movie, I hope that they would add more intensity to the climax of the film and made the characters' background clearer to emphasize what the story is aiming for. Still, I applaud The Dandelion's cinematography, the editing, the musical scoring, and the actors' portrayal of emotion. I do hope that you would watch this movie and tell us your thoughts about it on the comment section below. Thanks for watching!
Muli nating sulyapan ang Lubang Island na itatampok sa atin sa off-campus ni Gwyneth Pilon.
Hello everyone, it's me, Guy. Get ready your sunscreens and swimming gears online because we are bringing you today to the oceans that some may not be familiar yet. Keep on guessing and keep it up with your A-game. Let's travel far away from the heart of the cities. Welcome to Lubang Island! So like a hideaway as it may seem, Lubang is one of the many islands that are yet to be discovered. I can pretty much attest to it as ever since I have been there, I haven't seen a single post from Facebook, Twitter, Instagram that featured a place of serenity and tranquility and all the synonyms that match with peace in a thesaurus. The name of the town came from Lubang, which is a kind of tree which grew profusely in the island during the early days. Due to constant use for so many years, the name became Lubang. It also used to be the hiding place of Hiro Onada, who was a Japanese World War II straggler, and he made the island his own. But until now, it still remains outside the radar of tourists. Lubang Island features just not a pride for its waters, long sandy beach waters, but also picturesque coastlines of rock cliffs that are definitely eye-catching, as well as its lush rainforests that can attract nature geeks with many adventures that you can enjoy at your own pace, from cliff diving, kayaking, snorkeling, and many other wonders. Spend your day without regrets and a day filled with excitement and relaxation. Lubang Island is the smallest municipality in Occidental Mindoro. Back then, when I was still a kid, the travel only required a small roro from Manila to Lubang. which, if I remember correctly, was Mviniki. The travel was a whopping time of 6 hours, but right now the travel is via water. Passengers ride from Manila to Calatagan, Batangas for 3 hours, and another boat ride from Calatagan to the island itself for another 3 hours, and still a total of 6 hours. But I am telling you, the travel is worth it as the island has a lot to offer. So when I got there, I was not able to take a lot of photos since I did not have a phone back then. So I had all the freedom to enjoy the picturesque sceneries the island has to offer. But of course, my mom had some photos of us in the island. The memories of living there honestly are still fresh in my mind, like it only happened a few years ago, even though it was already a decade if I remember it correctly. It was indeed a home to a lot of nature's treasures, from its agriculture to its beaches. I'm sure those who are into adventures and oceans will appreciate what this island has to offer. That it really gives you the relaxing vibes away from the stressors you get either from your academics or your work. Whatever you are battling with, it's a definite that sometimes you have to loosen up a little bit and enjoy the whole vacation with yourself, with your friends, and for your whole family. So, have you already made up your mind? Come visit Lubang Island and enjoy this laid-back hideaway and explore a hidden paradise.
At yan po ang mga kaganapan sa ating university ngayong first quarter ng 2021. Abangan kami muli para sa mga susunod na episode.
And please make sure na naka-like and subscribe and naka-ring ang inyong notification button para updated kayo sa aming mga episodes.
Salamat po sa pagsubaybay sa first episode ng programang ito. Muli ako po si Ms. Rock Mangubat.
At ako naman po si Eileen Manawis. Ito ang
NEU Spotlight.